Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umaid Jamil and my group members are Talha Wajid, Mozam Shehzad and Salman Gul. And Dr. Mohammad Umar is our supervisor. Our FYP is about indigenous development of automatic syringe pumps for intravenous infusions. Basically, a syringe pump is a pump used to deliver precise and accurate amounts of fluid in high-impact research environments ranging in fields from chemistry to neuroscience. This is a picture of a syringe pump. Researchers originally developed infusion pumps, of which syringe pump is of one type, for controlled drug delivery. Christopher Wren invented the first syringe pump in 1658. Some syringe pumps can have both infusion and withdrawal features, and some can accommodate multiple syringes up to 10 syringes and operate at very small volumetric flow rates in micro, nano, and pico ranges. Many parameters can be controlled in modern syringe pump, for example, pressure-controlled facilities, handling liquid with high viscosities, or introduce fluids under high pressure. Moreover, syringe pumps compatible with microfluidic applications are available in the market. Syringe pump can also facilitate precise infusion in medical and biological research. For instance, feeding small animals or delivering very small doses to specific sites in brain or in neuroscience research. The syringe pumps minimize fluid delivery errors in many advanced research fields. This device is very much helpful in this COVID era as patients are easily treated without any contact of patients with doctors. This will a great safety for both of them. So this is a very much effective and helpful device in future. It also saves time as 2 or 3 patients can be accommodated easily at one time, and this device is more accurate than a manual syringe. Our project is related to our electrical engineering degree as this project we will using embedded systems, automations, microcontrollers, and these all are at the part of our profession. Thank you. Now Mozam will continue.
Our project is producing a syringe pump. Syringe pump has found various applications in chemical and pharmaceutical industries. In medical field, syringe pumps are used in ICU wards and the hospitals to automate the laboratory practices that otherwise consume large amount of manual labor. These devices are also used for the injection of blood components such as plasma, which is also a possible cure of COVID-19 patients. We will make circuit diagram that will be open source, and we will also make functional flowcharts for the better understanding of the process of machine and its functionality. In this project, there will be a preparation of prototype. Construction of our prototype will include three main parts: electrical part, mechanical part, and software part. Electrical part. It includes stepper motor to drive gear component that hold the syringe. The progress of fluid is monitored by motor sensor. The sensor will monitor the movement of motor that drive the screw or gears and the rotation of lead screw that drive the plunger inside the syringe. Mechanical part. It includes the portable platform that hold the device, screws, rods that drive the plunger, holding the brackets that hold the syringe, clamps to grip the syringe in right position, and reciprocating screws. Software part. It includes program that take input of infusion rate from the user in the formats of milliliter per hour, milliliter per minute, and microliter per hour, etc. And it uses as input variable to drive motor via rotation or pulses. The sensors included in our device are ultrasonic bubble sensor, pressure sensor, force sensor, AMR position sensor. This device will be assembled by 128 Technologies. The testing. The testing include two main parts: functional testing and validation. The functional testing include HUI and display unit testing. We will make sure that both will work perfectly. And validation. The validation, industrial and DRAP approval will be done through 128 Technologies. Now Talha Wajid will continue.
In the first half of 7th semester, we have gathered all the necessary information required to start our project. We have studied different research papers to get the knowledge of components and the design of automatic syringe pump. The research papers we have studied are Natural Science and Engineering, whose authors are Mohsen Jafarzadeh and Fardad Farooqi. In this research paper, we have studied about the calculations that are necessary to infuse a 60 cc drug into a patient's body. We have also studied that we can infuse the drug at a faster rate if we improve the stepper motor and use a stepper motor which has better pulse rate. And the other research paper that we have studied is open source syringe pump library. In open source, in this research paper, we studied that open source method uh, to develop and manufacture the syringe pumps, and also studied about a syringe pump that was developed using an open source computer aided design software and manufactured using RepRap 3D printers and readily available parts. The flow chart that is explaining the working of a syringe pump. In this flow chart, it is shown that the user puts an input and sensors also, and the data from the sensor also act as an input, and the processor then processes it and gives output in the form of display, movement of stepper motor or an alarm. We also procured a syringe pump and disintegrated it to produce to get information of components and design of the syringe pump. And these are some pictures of the syringe pump that we have procured. Now, my fellow Salman will continue.
Now telling you about our Gantt chart. As you can see that our Gantt chart is starting from the end of October because our project was changed, which was portable echocardiographic device. Now explaining our new Gantt chart. First of all, we have done the literature review. And after the mids, we have studied the mechanical structure by obtaining a non-functional syringe pump. After disintegrating the syringe pump, now we are on the stage of selecting a suitable component. And this is the Gantt chart which we will follow in the future. Explaining the work distribution. For the work distribution, we are using an application named as Trello on which our supervisor adds charts of the task we have to do. Then we choose a suitable task according to our preferences. After choosing the task, we put the chart as work in progress. And after the work is done, we put it in a review section. And after that, our supervisor check the task and put it in a work done section. If the task is correct, he puts it in a work done chart, and if it is not correct, then he put it in a reconsider chart. These are the these are the references of the research papers which we have studied.